Good morning to all of you. So we'll be starting with first aid theory. Okay. Last class moi ki poraisilu Surojit? Last class FA theory last class ki asil?
Ma'am, golden rules of first aid asil aru principles asil aru first aid kit items abor asil.
Acha. So please read the golden rules of first aid for us. Read out the golden rules of first aid. Read out.
Do first things first quietly without fuss or panic. To assess the situation, be calm, give confidence, talk to him or her, listen to him and her, and reassure him and her. And check ABC rule, give artificial respiration
ABC
and
full form
if
to ki
breathing
asile?
has stopped. Ma'am, konto?
ABC full form to ki asile? What was the full form of ABC?
A for airway, B for breathing, C for circulation.
Yes, very good. Okay, tar pisot? Whole.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Give artificial respiration.
ঠিক আছে, now now write down qualifications of first aider. তোমালোকৰ videos to on কৰা. Qualifications of first aider. Qualifications of first aider. Video on কৰিলে মই গম পাম ন তোমালোকৰ লিখি আছে না নাই, video to on কৰা. Qualifications of first aider. Qualifications QUALIFICATIONS. Qualifications of first aider. AIDER. First aider. Okay, sir. First point. Write down number 1. Should be a good observer. Should be a good observer. Should be a good observer. OBSERVER. Should be a good observer. Should be a good observer. 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 ঠিক আছে? Number 2nd point. Should be able to act quickly. Should be able to act quickly. তোমালোকৰ videos on কৰা. Should be able to act quickly. 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 Should be able to act quickly. 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 Okay, means you should not be slow. Okay, you should act quick. At the time of emergency, lahe lahe kaam korile nohobo. You have to be fast. You have to be quick. You have to be skillful. Aru, you should be a good observer. Okay. Should be able to act quickly. ACT, act quickly. Number 3, should not get panic or excited. Should not get panic or excited. Should not get panic or excited. EXCITED. Should not get panic or excited. 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 Number 4 point. Should have the ability. Should have the ability. ABILITY. Should have the ability to lead and control the crowd. Should have the ability to lead and control the crowd. 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 Should have the ability to lead, LEAD, lead and control the crowd and take help from the onlookers. And take help from the onlookers. 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 Okay, nearby you, whoever will be present at the time of emergency, you can take their help also. Okay, and you should have the ability to control the crowd. Okay, overcrowding should be avoided. Number 5th point likha, should have self-confidence. Should have self-confidence. Should have self-confidence and ability. Self-confidence and ability, ABILITY, should have self-confidence and ability to judge injuries, judge injuries to be tracked first. Judge injuries to be tracked, TRACKED, tracked first, FIRST, first. Should have self-confidence and ability. Yes, কি কৈছা Farishta? Should have self-confidence. Should have self-confidence. Self, SELF.
To judge injuries to be
Injuries to be tracked first. Tracked, TRACKED, tracked first. TRACKED, tracked first, FIRST, first. Okay, that means first thing first. Whichever thing is more important, whichever thing is most important, you will have to tackle that problem first. Okay, tar pisot second things. Next you write down, wait. Golden rules of first aid, is it over? Golden rules of first aid to wholeness? Fariduddin? Golden rules of first whole. Okay, okay. Then I will share with you one screen. ঠিক আছে? Can you see the screen?
ma'am.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
see the screen?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, qualification of first aid disease etu principal or ভিতৰত পৰিব নেকি?
Qualifications to just qualifications hoy. Only principles and qualifications beleg hoy. Okay. If I ask you principles likhibo lagibo. Jodi qualifications of first aid then qualifications to likhibo lagibo. Next you write down rules of first aid. These are the 3 important rules. Okay. Protham ase mar check sabo lagibo. Tar pisot call, you will have to call for help. Next is care, means you will have to care for the patient. Okay, check, call, care. Please write down and aru itu diagram to aka. Please draw this diagram. Rules of first aid, important rules of first aid, check, call and care. The 3 C. Okay. Check, find out what had happened. Okay, and then what is wrong with the person. Then you will have to comfort the victim and arrange for shelter. Okay, next is call, means you will have to call for emergency help, emergency number. Okay, you will have to call for professional medical aid. Third point is to care for the victim or the casualty. Check. Are you able to see the screen?
No, ma'am.
Now? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, please write down. Finish writing? Whole ne?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Acha, write down. Our diagram to you please draw. Okay, check, call and care. Arrow mark dia ase je. Etu mane tomorrow akibo lagibo.
Ma'am.
Finish. Farishta Sultana whole ne?
Yes, ma'am. Finish.
Okay. Reshma whole. Okay. Fariduddin.
Yes, ma'am.
Fariduddin whole ne? Okay. ঠিক আছে golden rules তোমালোকৰ লিখিছা already. Okay. So now এতিয়া এইটো হয় তোমাৰ protection guidelines.
Yes, ma'am.
এইটো guidelines হয় the Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. এইটো লিখা. এইটো হয় Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. কিছুমান guidelines দিছে from the Indian Good Samaritan. Okay. So এইটো তোমালোকৰ লিখিব লাগিব. A good Samaritan is legal term refers to someone who renders aid in an emergency. Okay. The Good Samaritan was published in the year May 2015 in India. Okay, you have to remember May 2015. The guidelines are to be followed by guidelines to who will follow the guidelines? It must be followed by the hospital staffs, okay, by the police and also other authorities. So these three things are responsible for protective guidelines. So চাৰিটা guidelines দিছে, okay, by the Indian Good Samaritan. It was published in May 2015 in India, okay, and it should be followed by all the hospitals. এইটো মানে government hospitals or private hospitals, nursing homes, anything. Okay, the guidelines should be followed by all the hospitals, তাৰপিছত তোমাৰ police authority আৰু other authorities for the protection of the Good Samaritan.
Ma'am, অকল point কেইটা লিখিনি ওপৰৰ
পইণ্টটো লিখিব
লিখিম।
লাগিব, চাৰিটা পইণ্ট আছে ন? এই চাৰিটা পইণ্ট হয়
ওপৰৰ
তোমাৰ
খিনি
গাইডলাইনস।
মেম ওপৰৰ পেৰাগ্ৰাফ খিনি নালাগে।
গোটেইটো লিখা। First point কি আছে? A bystander or good Samaritan including eyewitness. Okay, at the time of any emergency, who was the eyewitness? Who have seen the incident near his or her eyes? They are known as the eyewitness of any road accident. Road accident mane, what can be the road accident? Bus accident, bike accident, car accident. Okay, sometimes when the passerby crosses, what happens? They face some kind of accident, they get hit by car or bus. So any kind of road accident may take an injured to the nearest hospital. Sabse mane that the nearest hospital the victim should be taken, okay, and should be allowed to leave immediately. The eyewitness has to provide his address. If you are the eyewitness, if you have taken the patient to the hospital, then you will have to give your address. Tumar nijor address to dibo lagibo because you have helped the patient or the victim. Okay, and no questions are to be asked. No questions means tomorrow eta question hudibo nware to the authority, to the hospital authority. Okay, because you are the eyewitness. Number second point ki hoy, the bystanders or good Samaritan shall not be liable for any civil or criminal liability. Any civil and criminal crime will not be liable against you. Okay, the third point is a bystander or good Samaritan who makes phone call. Joy to me a phone korisile in the, if you have called in the emergency help. Okay, in the, for emergency, if you have called for help, then you will have to inform the police. Okay, first of all, you will have to inform the police or any emergency services. Tarpisot, the fourth point is the lack of response by medical doctor, okay, or in an emergency pertaining to road accidents shall continue professional misconduct. If you have taken the patient to the hospital and if the doctor gave you no care, okay, no heed, okman pisot etia police ahibo dio ene jodi koy tenehole they will be put against the professional misconduct. Okay, got it? These are the protection guidelines. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
These are just the guidelines that should be followed by the hospital, that should be followed by the police and also by you. And the guidelines or what is the name of the guidelines? Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. If I ask you in exam, okay, what is the name of the protection guidelines? And tomorrow likhibo lagibo je Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. Okay, Fariduddin. Surojit, understand? Surojit. Unmute yourself, Surojit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
If I ask you what is the name of the protection
Hello.
guidelines, tumi ki likhiba? What is the name of the protection guidelines? Ha, ki likhiba?
Ma'am, Nuarim.
Nuarim? Are, Marim tomang itia.
Indian.
Oh, yat likha ase iman dangor idu ki hoy. What is the name of the protection guidelines? Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. Tumi hui asa niki?
নহয় ma'am. দেখিছো এতিয়া। স্কিনখন অলপ মাজে মাজে ব্ল্যাঙ্ক হৈ যায়।
Oho. Tumi collect korisa ne attendance?
হয় ma'am.
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
Only DDIT কৰিছো ma'am.
সবৰ ও মানে কি বেলেগ বেলেগ ডিপাৰ্টমেন্টৰ বেলেগ বেলেগ সিআর আছে নেকি?
হয় ma'am.
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। তেনেহলে মোক দি দিব
সবৰে
আৰু।
নিজা নিজা CR আছে।
Oh, acha, acha. Okay, okay. All the CRs, please give me the attendance. Okay, DRT, DDIT, DPT. Whole name? Finish. Finish.
Yes, ma'am.
Whole.
Yes, ma'am.
when was the Indian Good Samaritan published? It was published in May 2015. Okay, and the guidelines should be followed by all the hospitals. Hospitals means it can be government hospital, private hospital, nursing homes, any kind of hospital. They should follow these guidelines. Okay, aru police officers and also other authorities. And the name of the protection guideline is Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. As a fill in the blanks also I can give you. Okay, নহলে as a multiple choice to mark কৰিব লাগিব Indian Good Samaritan Protection Guidelines. আৰু চাৰিটা guidelines আছে. The first point is any eyewitness, if you are the eyewitness at the time of the scene when the emergency has, when the incident or accident has taken place, if you are the eyewitness, then you will have to provide, you will have to take the patient to the hospital, nearest hospital. Tumar nazdik mane whatever hospitals or private hospitals, any kind of nursing home, whatever is present nearby you, you will have to take the victim or the patient to the hospital, and then you will also have to provide tumar nijor address. Okay, because you have taken the patient or the victim to the hospital, so even tumar address tumar tumi dibo lagibo. Okay, in the hospital. Episode number 2, the bystander of Good Samaritan shall not be liable for any criminal or civil liability. That means you are not responsible for anything. Okay. Number 3rd point is you have to call for emergency services. Okay. And also you will have to inform the police officer. You will have to call the police. Okay. And also you will have to call for emergency service. And then the last point is Jodi, if at the time of accident, if you have taken the patient to the hospital and then the medical doctors paid no care, okay, to the victim, and then they are responsible, the medical doctors or the medical professionals, whoever are present, they will be liable for professional misconduct. ঠিক আছে? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these are just the
Yes,
protection
ma'am.
guidelines. Okay. Acha. Tarpisot. Now we can. Did I give you the syllabus? Did I give you the syllabus?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Syllabus
No.
dislo no agote moi syllabus PSM FA theory FA practical or syllabus.
No, ma'am.
Nai kya nike? Let me raba. Tarpisot. Aims of first aid. Likhisane aims of first aid. Did you write the aims of first aid, aims and objectives? Did you write the aims and objectives of first aid?
No, ma'am.
Acha. Now I will share with you aims of first aid. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. It will likha aims and objectives. What are the aims and objectives of first aid? 6 points ase it will likha. Aims and objectives. There are 6 points. You please note it down. And please turn on your video so that I can see you all writing. Videos off korile keneke hobo? At least I will have to know na whether you are writing, whether you are concentrating or not. Without seeing your face, how will I be able to know? Please write down the aims and objectives. 6 points are say. First is to understand your own abilities and limitations. Second point is to stay safe. Number 3rd point is to assess the situation quickly and calmly. 4th point, to assist the casualty. Casualty means the patient, okay, and to provide the necessary treatment. Tarpisod, you will have to take help from others. Okay, the bystanders, if they are there, you will have to take their help if required. The 5th point is to pass on relevant information to the emergency services. And the last point is to be aware of your own needs. These are the 6 points, the aims and objectives of a first aid.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Kwa. Yes, say. Finish writing the aims and objectives. Did you finish
No,
writing?
ma'am.
Please write fast. Then in the next class, we can start with a new chapter. Okay, Unit 2. We will start with Unit 2 in the next class. We'll complete Unit 1. Unit 1 is all about the aims. It's all about objectives, principles, rules, introduction, definition of first aid, okay, priorities, what should be done at the time of emergency. It's all about that.
Ma'am, done.
Finish? Okay, good. Tarpisot, you write down the principles. Tolot, can you see the principles? Sarita point ase. Write down the principles of first aid. First point is to preserve life.
Ma'am,
Okay,
principal হচ্ছে
whole.
লিখিছো হৈছে ম্যাম এবার
What is the symbol of first aid? A white cross with a green background. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
এইটো লিখিছে না নাই? First aid priorities. First aid priorities. Did you write before? নাই লিখা no?
Principal নাই লিখা।
আচ্ছা, first aid priorities to লিখা। First aid priorities, সাতটা মান point আছে এইটো লিখা। Aims and objectives, priorities, এইবোৰ almost same. Okay, কথাটো same হয়, কিন্তু আমাৰ aims, আমাৰ objectives আৰু কিছুমানে principles হয়। তো এইটো সাতটা points লিখা এতিয়া। First aid priorities. First point is to assess the situation quickly and calmly. Tarpisot, protect yourself and the casualty from danger. Okay, and third point is to prevent cross-contamination. Cross-contamination can be prevented by wearing of mask, wearing of gloves. Okay, like through wearing all these things, you can prevent cross-contamination, okay, between yourself and the casualty. Like for example, if I give you, for this coronavirus, okay, for this corona that we are suffering, what are the items that we are using? The things that we use are sanitizer, hand sanitizer, right? Then we use gloves, we use mask. So all these things, why do we wear or why do we use? It's because to prevent cross contamination between yourself and the infected person. So You have to prevent this cross contamination. Okay, because cross contamination can be contaminated through one person, it can be done from one person to the other. So you will have to wear the protective measures or the PPE. Okay, তাৰপিছত you have to comfort and give assurance to the casualty. Then fifth point is to you have to identify the patient. You will have to collect the patient's name, address if possible. Okay, then the sixth point is to give treatment, to start with the treatment. Okay, whatever treatment is required at the time, you will have to start the treatment. Okay, ene bohi bohi thakile nohobo no, you will have to start the treatment as early as possible. The seventh point is you will have to arrange for emergency help. And you will have to stay with the casualty until care is available. Until the emergency help is available, you will have to stay with the patient. Okay, ene eribo dile nohobo, tumi tat thakibo lagibo. So these are the priorities. Priorities means tomar nijor phale tumi ki koribo laga, ki koribo para, ki koribo lage. Okay. Whole name finish. Finish, Farishta.
No, ma'am.
Shelly, Haman.
Yes, ma'am.
Whole. Okay then. Is it over?
No, ma'am.
Please write fast. The remaining meeting time is just 1 minute left. Eta minute baki ase, okaman joldi likha. Only 7 point ase to.
Yes,
वीडियो कर दिया
Finish?
Yes, ma'am.
Whole.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So ki ase? The first side priorities what are they? 7 point ase, 7 points. First point is to assess the situation quickly and calmly. Okay, hunkale kaam koribo lagibo, ene bohi thakile nohobo, hoy na. The second point is you will have to protect yourself and the casualty. Tar pisot you have to prevent cross contamination. Cross contamination can be prevented through wearing PPE. Okay, a protective measurement you will have to take, like wearing of gloves, wearing of mask. Okay, now fourth point is comfort and reassure the casualty. Tarpisod you will have to identify the patient, take his name, take his address if possible, if he is able to speak. Then you will have to start the treatment. Okay, and the last point is you will have to call for emergency help, and you will have to stay with the casualty until the emergency help has arrived. You will have to stay with the patient. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, we'll start with a new chapter in the next class. Okay, thank you so much all of you, and please provide me with the attendance. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.